Sorry I didn't come with a filter podcast. Vasily speaking. Yes, as you can see, I got my matcha, I got my water, I got my coffee. Yes, I am fully loaded on fluids, no carbohydrates really. Second day drinking matcha, so I'm trying it out. Like my doctor wants me to try, do some things, do some crazy things. Just because, I'm sorry, I'm just trying to get reorganized here, because I tend to take my shit when I'm down to my work, down to my restaurant, blah, 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 all that shit, personal great. So anyways, recapping from the night of sports last night, World Series, who fucking would have thought, Yankees out, Red Sox in. Alex Cora spending one full year away from the entire Red Sox organization and then come back. That's crazy. I'm still getting used to this stuff, so sorry. Yeah, so Yankees spent so much money and yet didn't pan out to anything, didn't turn into anything. Didn't work out for them in their favor. So, yeah, fuck. What the hell? Before I get into even more, I am going to be trying out some new music. I'm writing my own songs, so I'll be releasing them on, like, all platforms, try to find a way to release them. So, yeah, I got, like, a song written. I'm writing my book still. I'm actually on chapter 1 still. I'm on, like, writer block or something. So that's what it is. Besides all that, yeah, the base tonight we got the Dodgers. Yeah, let's go Dodgers. Let's go, boys. Come on, LA. Let's do this. Let's do this. Come on, I'm freaking cheering on you guys. I'm gonna wear my Dodgers gear. I got my Dodger blue hat here. Gonna wear that to work today. I'm gonna wear my Dodger shirt too today. So Dodger. Roger, Dodger. Yeah, I'm a little amped up. I probably woke up a little too early today. I'm just full of fucking energy today. I don't know why. Once in a while, I get this boost of energy. Also, I gotta drink that before I do my workouts too. So, hey, new goal. I hit 246, 245. I'm down to now. Yeah, I am losing the weight. I'm winning this fucking battle, motherfucker. Oh, yeah. Enough energy boosting my ass right now. So, yeah, watch that. Canucks, again, Canuck fans, listen. This is moral victories if you win in the preseason. What counts is regular season games. So, in the last two preseason games, we're going to see Hughes and Petey out there. I know everybody said, Myers looked like... You looked like shit last night. Well, guess what? When he's out there trying to kill 6 minutes of fucking power plays, fuck off. All right? You go and try to be almost 7 foot on skates and fucking try to kill 6 minutes of power plays, okay? Yeah, no, penalty killing is a fucking strenuous job, and especially when you go from 4 minutes, 30 seconds later, you get another 2 minutes into the box. Yeah, it's nothing but an uphill freaking battle, so piss off, you piss ants. Again, that was that part. Oh, freaking hell. That's catching on me. Catching on chest hair, I yelled at Manscaped to help me out here. I'm kind of like a hairy little bastard. I am going to be adding some more to my tattoo here. I'm going to add my grandfather's years of death, because I was born in 87. My first grandfather died in 82. The other one died. My second one died in 85, and then I was born in 87. So 5 plus 2 is 7, so it works. And I've never met them, so that's kind of something that I've been really dealing with as of late, is actually really contemplating, because Christmas is actually rolling around, and it's another 34 fucking years and never had my grandfathers in my life. Yeah, touching tribute, and I miss them dearly and wish I could have met them. I'd probably be a lot different person right now. But besides all that, it's I carry their spirit within me because I was born in '87. So back to what I was saying. I did watch the NXT show. So it looks like next week, Hit Row, they're done with NXT. They're going to be done. I guarantee you Isaiah Swerve Scott's going to lose, a.k.a. Shane Strickland. I love that. If you didn't add the Swerve or you put the Swerve Isaiah Scott or just Isaiah Scott, it would have been much easier to say it instead of... Because if you actually look at it, it's ISS. And yeah, we all know what that shit says. But anyways, besides that point, WWE fans, Vince did not take away the themed NXTs, which is awesome. We're going to have Halloween Havoc again. I really think Vince just loves that idea of having Halloween Havoc because you can use, he has that freaking giant inflatable. Why don't you fucking use it? Use it, you fucker. Anyways, last night's NXT wasn't too bad. It was interesting. It was actually, I'm sorry to say it, Braun Breaker is so much like, he walks like his dad and talks like his uncle. It is so ridiculously nuts on how that all worked out. The other thing, I've been hearing a lot about the NFL and, Urban Meyer and the whole Jacksonville situation down there. It's just kind of gone a little, it is what it is. It's, the guy who came from the college ranks. I don't believe he's ever coached in the NFL. So all he's done was coached up and coming superstars. And when you make the transition from making superstars to actually having to coach these superstars, it's a complete different aspect. And I think in the football world, it's a lot harder. Hockey world, probably a little easier. NBA, probably a little easier. Major League Baseball, probably easier. Soccer, same thing, easier. Football is a hard thing to transition, I guess. So, on that note, NBA, their preseason starting. Fucking Raptors and the goddamn rookies. Jesus. Masari, you amaze me every year. That GM, president, or I think he's just the president, he is such a smart man. He sees things before the curve even hits. So he's like intelligent. And I give him all the props to that. He rebuilds, but he's also building more and more as he goes. And he adds pieces, like veteran pieces, draft picks and that. He knows how to just make the circle and collide everything and make it a perfect circle. Like, it's just ridiculous how he does that. The other thing I was going to touch on. Sports fans, teams... It's going to be a hell of a lot more interesting this year than it was last year. This year is going to be a little more... We're all back in the stadiums, okay? We're back in the stadiums. We're back in the arenas. Let's just try to keep it going. Whether I've been vaccinated twice, I don't give a shit, right? Like, I did it just on sole purposes of personal reasons. Because I love to see my family and shit. So that's my personal get-together on that end. If you don't want it, don't want it. Okay, whatever. Everybody has a choice. Everybody has a right to make their decisions. And whatever. This thing's just going to keep spreading. It don't matter. It's like the common flu. It keeps spreading. Pneumonia keeps spreading. But I just don't give a shit. So, but we're all back. So let's all enjoy the good times again. Concerts are going to be rolling out. Sports are rolling out. Let's all fucking enjoy this shit. But back to what I was going to say. Like, I'm recapping a lot here, and I'm also jumping around. Last night's hockey games really put into perspective of how, still the officiating in hockey still sucks. It's not, I'm not going to say it's biased, but I'm not going to say it's fucking the greatest. It's bullshit. These refs couldn't tell you a freaking, their own arsehole from their own face some days, so I couldn't tell you more on that shit. But to dive deep down on that, if you go from how it was refereeing from the 40s, 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s, early 2000s, it was all consistent. It was consistent. The refereeing from football, like I've heard some, Joe Bosa yell and scream about how the refs should fucking wake up because clearly they're stupid. And, there were some calls. It's just like in the Premier League, like, Man U gets friggin' red carded and shit, yet the same fucking action happens against them, and the player didn't get shit. So, you tell me what's fair. That's how that works. It's so, Gotta add more water to that. Gotta stir it too. Ugh. There we go. Oh, this stuff is so brutal on me, but hey, it's helping me lose it, so it's got to be there. Sorry if everybody's hearing that. The NHL world, like when I watch the games in hockey, whether it's the Canucks playing or a lower ranked US team, it came to light last year when the ref said, well, I've been trying to give this team a penalty since the game started. Well, seriously, this is an indicator saying, like, okay, these refs are either betting on the games, and yet you're going to go and rip Evander Kane and his gambling addiction problems. Who gives a shit about his problems? I don't care. Nobody cares. We all have those kind of problems. We all have fucking addiction problems. We all have that. It's just what it is. When you go and look at the refs, though, the refs don't get penalized like the players do, and that's just bullshit to me. And they should be. They should be harshly penalized on all the shit that they do. And especially when you get, like, I know the ref got axed for what he said on live mic. He was up. He was live. So that was again, a good thing they did axe him. But again, you got to make sure these refs are not doing what they're doing, like, just because they need to make money. Big freaking deal. Everybody needs to make money, but we wouldn't rig everything. But that's my take on that sports side of that thing. I will cover some more here in a bit. Pro wrestling, as I said, I was watching it. Joe Gacy, oh my god. I cannot understand this fucking gimmick to save my ass. This gimmick is like so righteous gimmick. That basically it's a righteous kind of like I'm gonna include everybody. It's a fucking hell of a job, that one. That one is a real messy one. It's fucking crazy, I tell you. The guy is a terrific athlete. He's like what I've seen. I looked him up on YouTube, and a lot of his matches, he was really, really good. And his gimmick was like some, like, I don't know, loner, sociopath kind of guy. And now you got him acting like a civil sociopath weirdo, and it's like, I don't get it. I just don't get it. I'm going to keep tuning in. WWE doesn't lose my attention on this. Like, the draft was kind of like, Raw got one-sided and SmackDown got what it's got. But again, SmackDown got Rich Holland and Hit Row, some young ones. And they kept most of their core to the core, and that's good. Ricochet went over there, that's good. I just wish Finn would have stayed on SmackDown because Finn worked better on SmackDown. I don't know. It's one of those things that it's a messed up situation in WWE. And if you're not inside or outside or you don't know anybody in there, you're kind of lost. You're lost for fucking ever. I see Tony Khan does not want to become the next WWE. Well, okay, here's that fun fact of that end. You're going to become WWE whether you like it or not. just because of the way you are trending in your company's fortitude of weirdness. It's, everybody there is either a former WWE person or they've worked for Vince, and it's just how it was. If you want to stop acting like a WCW 2.0, stop taking people from them. Stop signing all these people. I'm pretty sure Bobby Fish is signed there now, or he's either going there or Ring of Honor. I just don't know. Couldn't tell you where he's going. But he is tonight facing Sammy Guevara, the newly crowned TNT champion. And congrats again to go out to Sammy. Sammy deserves it. Sammy's been a workhorse there. He's been an ass-whooping motherfucking kicking machine. And I give all that man a credit. Dynamite is going to be a pretty good card because you got that, and then you got the Elite. Like I've explained that, Elite versus Bryan Danielson, Christian Cage, and Jurassic Express, which is a good thing. And there are several other matches, I believe, on tap. But again, this is where it is. I've heard WWE has reached out or is seriously contemplating bringing back both Braun Strowman and Bray Wyatt. That wouldn't be bad. Wrestling, like EC3 said it in an interview, that the day wrestling died was the day Goldberg beat Bray Wyatt. It's true. The Fiend, Bray Wyatt. Like, no offense to the Hall of Famer. No offense to Bill Goldberg. Bill Goldberg was great. He ran his ass off during the Monday Night Wars. And he fucking, he was the version of Stone Cold in WCW. And that will always be haunting his ass forever. But again, it was what it is. To work towards not being a copycat of either a WCW or a WWE, AEW's got to slow down on the signings from former people of that company and gravitate towards other upcoming superstars, other wrestlers. Go out and grab some from other organizations and make them your top priority. In the inside of all this, I understand it's a business. Everybody has to understand it's a business. You got to make a living, you got to make your money. Problem is when the owner starts feeling like there is, oh shit, we're starting to trend in another direction. Oh shit, we're trending to this side. Oh shit, no. You have to stop. Like, I've read the Young Bucks, the Jackson Brothers, they're just EVPs on screen. Kenny Omega, same thing, on screen. Cody Rhodes, same thing. Tony Khan took all that power away from him because it was starting to become incomplacent of a good, healthy working situation, working environment. And like Cody doesn't even talk to the guys like Nick Jackson, Matt Jackson, Kenny Omega, all those guys. It's just, I guess business kind of ruined that. Like, I understand this might become a bigger and badder situation in AEW, because as you go on further, yes, it's like their second or third year being in the industry. Vince has always been on top of the industry. I'm starting to get a little hesitant. I love the action. I love the wrestling from them. But they're starting to turn into what NWA TNA wanted to be at the beginning. And now look at them now as Impact Wrestling. Like, they do pick up here and there those guys from WWE here and there. But they rather go and funnel people out of the indie scene, bring them into their company, and make them something bigger. Fully understand that. That's great. That's a great way of thinking. when you are trying to compete with a juggernaut of a WWE, they've been around for over 70 years. I'm close to 70 years. It has to be 60, 70 years. They're massive. Because remember, you have to go with WWE, you have to go all the way back to when it was the Capital Wrestling Corporation. And then it was the WWWF. And then it was WWF. And now it's WWE. So it's been around for quite a while, but under different name, but it's been around. And I don't know whether the fans, as me and many other wrestling podcasts and sports podcasts, wrestling to me, WWE is going to always be there, and it's how it is. I did watch the latest Dark Side of the Ring, the FMW, and man, is that shit messed up. That shit's royally freaking messed up. It was pretty entertaining, but at the same token, like, some dude took his own life because of certain consequences. See, this is where, like, people have to understand, and now I am starting to fully understand when I start seeing these documentaries and these doc series about sports. It is like what people see on the media, from a camera, from a social media. We don't really see what's going on behind the scenes, and that shit's crazy. That shit's nuts. It's like, I even watched the Dark Side of football, and that is messed up. Like, right now we got Robin Leonard coming out saying coaches and assistant coaches and other coaches are telling them, here's some benzene and here's some this and some of that, and, get your ass back out there. When you're hurt, you're fucking hurt. It don't fucking matter. I don't think any painkiller, whether you get fucking completely stoned on this shit and you go out on the ice, on the court, on the gridiron, the pitch, the freaking diamond, whatever, you're fucking hurting. And after the game, you're completely fucked up. You're just messed the fuck up. You're just messed up. And it's crazy. It's generally fucking crazy. And when I watched the latest Dark Side of the Ring series, I could not believe how much gangs were involved. Like, I've heard stories from like You Shoot stuff, from You Shoot commentaries, Sean Oliver, and I was hearing some, like, I watch his stuff too on YouTube, and in Mexico, the cartels are in there, they got guys who go in there and give their shit out to the wrestlers, and it's like, whoa. It was rampant in ECW and in the ECW days. I've heard things from those wrestlers as I watch this stuff, and it is messed up. Like, these poor guys put their asses on the line, kill themselves every day, and they're fucked up at the end of their life. They're completely fucked up, and it's sad. It's a tragedy. And as I say, I watched that doc, that episode, the latest episode, and that just completely shocks and awes me into, like, holy shit. You can get pretty damn deep when you start losing, you need money, and you can get damn deep into that shit, and there's no turning back. It is so upsetting to watch that, but again, like, the matches were, like, freaking, they were entertaining, but they were like, holy shit, you're killing yourself, you're insane, you're nuts, what is wrong with you, why are you doing this to yourself? And man, it was insane. It was just insane. I could not believe, in all of the sports world, not just in pro wrestling, in sports world in general, this shit does happen. And I now understand why some wrestlers and some athletes, they commit suicide. They lose their money, they lose their families, they lose everything, and they can't stop doing what they're doing. It is insane. It is nuts. Because, you get addicted to the drugs. And then you get addicted to the fame. You get addicted to the money. You get addicted to all this stuff. And it's just... one day it's there and the next day it's gone. And now you got to sit there and try to figure out what you're going to do with your life. And wow. That's some seriously messed up shit. I've never thought. Like, we're going through a pandemic, as I've said on my other other episodes of my podcast, so that, why didn't Petey and Hughes get signed so fast? Here's the problem. Got to make the money make sense. And you got to make sense out of that money. The terms had to be making sense. So that's fine. Look at Brady Tkachuk out in Ottawa. He's going to probably sit out until he gets his deal. He wants a long-term deal. They're looking at a bridge deal. Impasse. So now you got to look at compromising. Now they have to go back and compromise and see if they can, give a little, take a little, give a little, take a little kind of thing. And go from, meet each other somewhere in the middle. So I totally understand that route. But when looking at these docs, like Major League Baseball, I saw some on the ESPN E60 stuff. I've been watching some of that too, and wow, a lot of things transpired, and it's really, really interesting to me. This is why I got into this. It's because I want to give my take, my opinion on this shit. Because I hear so much from other people, and they say, "Oh, well, it's sometimes it's that, sometimes it's no." Watch this doc, you'll hear a lot. Read the books, you'll see it. You're looking at history. When I'm gonna go back when I heard Tony Khan doesn't want to be like WWE, he's right. The problem will be signings. I understand they only have very few pay-per-views. They have Full Gear, they have Revolution, they have Double or Nothing, they have All Out. They have 4 pay-per-views in a year. They wanted to start running, before the pandemic, house shows. Now, I understand why WWE is staying in the States for their house shows. For one, it's really hard to get across the border. I understand that. 2, it's cost effective. Eliminate as much as possible your house shows, but also don't try to eliminate these Hell in a Cell, Money in the Bank, TLC pay-per-views. Use those as stipulation matches. Keep them out. If you want, Extreme Rules was disappointing this year because the only match that was even remotely extreme was the main event. So scrap that name. You got a bunch of other freaking pay-per-views that you used to use them. And enjoy them. Make sure they're enjoyable for this. I would enjoy it. I definitely would be, back hard on No Mercy or there was another one, Unforgiven, Armageddon. Hell, if you want to eliminate some of the house shows, maybe do a few in your house. Wait, NXT's doing in your house stuff. So, sorry. But you also own a backlog of catalogs on WCW names. Like Great American Bash. Oh, wait, NXT has that. Halloween Havoc. Oh, NXT has that. Starrcade for your December pay-per-view. Look at that. Starrcade for your pay-per-view in December would be a fucking hit. Especially for us old school guys who loved your Monday Night War shit. Use something from the past, shine her up, and you get a diamond. But with WWE, doesn't want to do that. AEW's got Bash at the Beach. I don't understand why it's in February or January. I don't understand that. They should probably jack that shit over to fucking July. Because that was a July pay-per-view. So anyways, on that. You got so many other names that you could use. Use them. Change them up. Get rid of these stupid. Don't even get back to the battleground. I swear to God, I'll fucking lose it. Or breaking point or over the limit and shit. Yeah. Stupid freaking names. God damn fucking shit. I hate that shit. But, anyways. Tonight, my prediction will be Sammy in the wrestling. Guevara wins, retains his title, beats Bobby Fish. My pick for the main event of the Elite versus Daniel Bryanson, Christian Cage, and Jurassic Express, Bryan Danielson's team. My prediction: Dodgers beating the shit out of the St. Louis Cardinals, going on to the next round. So that's my predictions. Tomorrow will be my prediction day again for the week 5, and it's the Thursday nighter, so I will be going back over that again. I believe the Canucks play tomorrow night too, so I'll go over a little bit of that. It looks like, before I leave, it looks like Jonah Gadjevich is going to Abbotsford. Alex Chaslin is probably getting signed, because this is what I've read. So, whatever. We got another fourth liner. Hughes and Petey will be in the lineup in the last 2 games here, so that's good. That's good news. Besser will be playing probably the first game of this regular season. There's still no news on Mott and Sutter yet, so that's still out there. Hamonic, all I know on the Hamonic trade, or on not even the trade front, on the whole front of Hamonic, is that the Canucks are just going to give him his time and space. Let him deal with his personal stuff. That's okay. That's great. Let him deal with it. He deserves it. It's his right. And, yeah. And if you are watching on YouTube, please hit that subscribe button, smash that like, leave me a comment, and I'm going to post this up later today. And y'all have a good hump day. It's Wednesday.